People in Colorado shouldn't be receiving punishments that are disproportionately severe to their crime. In the last several years, we started to see a growing problem across our state. People were receiving oversized sentences for minor offenses, and even being sentenced to jail time when their original charges weren't jailable. So for those who don't know, in Colorado, if you commit a minor offense, like not paying a parking ticket, for example, or having your dog off leash, or even loitering, you could end up in municipal court. And these are the courts that are run by towns and cities or municipalities, and they often have their own sentencing guidelines. Unfortunately, some of these courts started implementing this awful practice of stacking failure to appear and contempt of court charges onto small offenses and then sending people to jail as a result. Now, normally when a person fails to appear at their court date, it's not because they just chose to ignore their duty to appear. In a lot of these cases, we see extenuating life circumstances playing a role. For example, if someone can't take time off work to go to court, then they could lose their key source of income as a result of that. Or if a parent can't afford a babysitter, they could be forced to choose between missing their court date or leaving their kid unattended. Essentially, these are cases where poverty and homelessness are being criminalized. And people are going to jail for hundreds of days and sometimes years, all because they couldn't afford to stay out. In one case, a mother of two who was 8 months pregnant was sentenced to jail based on failure to appear. She was forced to spend the last weeks of her pregnancy behind bars. And during that time, she was subjected to shackling, a low-quality diet, and going weeks without seeing a doctor. And this is far from the only case we saw like this. Thankfully, last month, Colorado passed a new law that makes it so failure to appear can no longer be the basis for a criminal charge against a person in municipal court. So from now on, people can't be sentenced to jail just for missing their court date. And we agree that